After studying the pollination, its types and adaptation, we will understand that how exactly does this transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of a flower occurs. That is very obvious that in order to carry out this transfer, various agents need to be present. Such agents are known as pollinating agents. That is, the sources, factors or agents that helps in the transfer of pollen from anther to stigma are called as pollinating agents. Now these pollinating agents can also be of various types, which is mainly classified into two types, that is abiotic and biotic. Abiotic agents include wind, water, like natural resources, and biotic agents includes animals, which can include birds or insects. Plants mostly pollinate with the help of biotic agents. That is, pollination in flowers generally occurs with the help of biotic factors like animals. However, there are only few plants in which the abiotic agents are needed. So let us study in detail about these agents. Let us start with the first abiotic agent, that is wind. Such a type of transfer of pollen that occurs with the help of wind, is called as anemophily. Thus, anemophily is a type in which the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of the flower occurs with the help of wind. Now, there are special characteristics of the pollen that occurs or transfers with the help of wind. For example, such a type of pollen transfer normally occurs in unisexual flowers. The pollen that are need to be transferred with the wind should be small, light and dry, so that the pollens can be easily carried and transferred. Apart from that, the pollen should be light in weight and large in number. Because with the help of wind, when the pollen transfer occurs, the amount of pollen wastage occurs comparatively more as compared to that of the other agents. The plants which pollinates with the help of such a pollinating agents consist of male flowers located above, while the female flowers of such plants occurs below. Such plants possess flowers that does not have specific shape, color or scent. And due to this, the pollen transfer by wind becomes easy. Apart from this, the stigma of such flowers is branched, feathery, hairy and sticky. Example of flowers which possess such a type of pollinating agents includes maize, grass and coconut. This figure depicts the flowers which carry out pollination by wind. As it can be seen from the figure, the pollen from one flower reaches to the other due to the presence of feathery stigma via wind. Now let us understand about the second pollinating agent, that is pollination by water, that is known as hydrophily. After the wind, water is also one of the most important pollinating agent. Thus, pollination by water is known as hydrophily. Such a pollination or pollinating agent is limited to about only 30 genera, that is 30 genera plants, out of which mostly are aquatic monocotyledons. Such examples of water-pollinated plants includes hydrilla, then vallisneria, for example, in vallisneria, the male flowers come to the surface of water and release their pollen on the water surface. And thereby releases the pollens, definitely on surface of water. Then the female flower or the female part of it possess a stalk-like structure. That is, they have long stalk-like region at their ends. Which possess sticky and waxy stigma, which helps in the attachment of pollens towards it. And thereby transfer of pollen occurs from the male part to the female part. This figure depicts the hydrophily in Vallisneria. As it can be seen from the figure, the male flowers that are present on the surface releases their pollens to the female part which possess waxy stigma. Here the stalks become spirally coiled like a spring. Because after pollination, the fertilized flowers are withdrawn towards the water within. In other types of plants like marine grasses, the female part or the female flowers remain submerged in water and the pollen grains are released within the water. In most of the water-pollinated species, the pollen grains are protected from wetting by a mucilaginous covering that has specific gravity. Thus, in this type, the pollen grains have a special type of covering with mucilaginous sheath. That has specific gravity. For easy carrying out pollination so that it can remain submerged in the water. Now let us start with the third type of pollinating agent, that is animal. When the pollination of flowers is done with the help of animals, the process is known as zoophily. Now these animals can be birds, bats, and many others. For example, the birds like sunbirds, hummingbirds, bats, Squirrels, snails are the examples that are involved in zoophily, that is, for pollination. Apart from this, other larger animals like primates, then arboreal animals that are tree-dwelling animals. Rodents or sometimes even reptiles like garden lizards also acts as pollinating agents for some species. This figure depicts the pollination by bats and birds. The fourth and the final type of pollinating agents are insects, and the study of insects causing pollination is known as entomophily. Therefore, when insects act as pollinators that causes pollination, then the process is referred to as entomophily. Examples of entomophilies are bees, butterflies, beetles, ants, and many others. They act as the common example of the entomophilies. Out of this, the insects like bees acts as the dominant biotic pollinating agent, flowers of various insect-pollinated plants possess various arrangements for attracting specific kinds of insects, like the aspects of attraction for such insects within such flowers can be various shapes, various colors, that is different shapes, sizes and colors of the flower, which also along with includes the scent or nectar present within it, along with edible pollen, which helps for attracting insects. In some plants, the flowers collectively form attractive inflorescence, that is, they possess attractive mode of inflorescence, which helps in attracting insects of various kinds. In such a kind, pollen is generally hairy and sticky, so that it can easily get attracted or attached to the insect. Apart from that, pollen is also produced in low amount, so that the wastage of pollen can be avoided, because this is an example of entomophily, that is the pollination by insect, that is butterfly. Other examples of it: amorphophilus, that is pollinated with the help of bees, or flies. Another example is yucca, that is pollinated by moth.